If you think you've uncovered every secret behind Friends, you are quite wrong. Today you'll know 20 unexpected facts that even die-hard fans might have missed about one of the most legendary sitcoms ever made. Number 1. The show almost had a very different name. Before Friends became a household title, the creators toyed with several alternatives. One early option was Insomnia Cafe, a noticeably darker concept centered around characters who could never sleep. Another was 6 of 1, a bland, forgettable name that failed to reflect the group's chemistry. Friends Like Us also made the list, but NBC ultimately pushed for something shorter and more memorable. Choosing Friends gave the series instant warmth and accessibility, a title that made its core theme clear from the start and helped define the spirit of the show. Number 2. Monica and Joey were originally meant to be a couple. In early story discussions, the writers explored the idea of pairing Monica with Joey, potentially as a counterbalance to Ross and Rachel's relationship. But once Chandler and Monica's chemistry exploded, audiences instantly connected with them. The writers quickly abandoned the Monica-Joey storyline, committing fully to Chandler and Monica, who went on to become one of television's most cherished couples. Number 3. Courtney Cox was first considered for Rachel Green. Early on, the producers believed Courtney Cox was an ideal fit for Rachel Green, the fashionable, slightly pampered runaway bride who eventually finds her independence. However, Cox felt a stronger pull toward Monica Geller's tightly wound, hyper-organized personality. She asked to read for Monica instead, and delivered such a confident performance that the writers adjusted the character to better match her presence. That casting change ended up shaping the group's dynamic in a major way. Number 4. Central Perk almost wasn't a coffee shop. Originally, the writers envisioned the friends hanging out in a classic New York diner, similar to Seinfeld's Monk's Cafe. But the producers felt a coffee house better matched the group's youthful, relaxed energy. Central Perk's warm, colorful atmosphere gave the show a timeless quality, and that now famous orange couch became the visual centerpiece of their shared space. Number 5. Lisa Kudrow disliked playing the guitar. Phoebe's offbeat acoustic songs, especially the legendary Smelly Cat, are some of the show's most recognizable moments. But behind the scenes, Lisa Kudrow found the guitar uncomfortable and difficult to play. She struggled with the chords and even suggested Phoebe use bongos or another percussion instrument instead. The producers stuck with the guitar to preserve Phoebe's authentic coffeehouse feel, a choice that ultimately became one of the show's most lovable quirks. Number 6. Bruce Willis didn't take a paycheck. Bruce Willis appeared on Friends as Paul, the tough, overprotective father of Ross's girlfriend Elizabeth, after losing a bet to Matthew Perry while filming The Whole Nine Yards. Instead of accepting payment, Willis donated his entire earnings to charity, adding an extra layer of goodwill to a cameo that's still remembered as one of the show's funniest guest appearances. Number 7. Jennifer Aniston nearly didn't make the pilot. When Jennifer Aniston auditioned for Friends, she was already committed to a CBS series called Muddling Through. NBC still decided to move forward and shoot the Friends pilot, taking a calculated risk. Once Muddling Through was canceled, Aniston became available, and the rest is television history. Number 8. Gunther wasn't even named at first. James Michael Tyler was originally hired as a background extra simply because he knew how to operate an espresso machine. His bleached blonde hair was a last-minute decision made the night before filming. Over time, his silent, hopeless crush on Rachel evolved into a running joke, and his dry delivery turned Gunther into a fan favorite, eventually earning him recurring status and several unforgettable moments. Number 9. The yellow peephole frame was an accident. That iconic yellow frame surrounding Monica's door peephole started out as a broken mirror. Instead of discarding it, a crew member placed it over the peephole to hide the damage, and became one of the most beloved visual details in the entire show. Number 10. Phoebe's twin Ursula came from another sitcom. Before Friends ever aired, Lisa Kudrow was already playing Ursula Buffet, a scatterbrained waitress on Mad About You. Rather than ignoring the overlap, the writers leaned into it, reinventing Ursula as Phoebe's twin sister. This clever move created one of TV's earliest crossover moments and added extra depth to Phoebe's already bizarre backstory. Number 11. The orange couch came from a studio basement. That familiar, well-worn orange couch wasn't designed specifically for Friends. It was discovered tucked away in the Warner Bros. Prop storage area and chosen because it looked cozy and real. The cast reportedly found it uncomfortable, but its inviting look won out, turning it into one of the most iconic pieces of furniture in television history. Number 12. The episodes were filmed in front of a live audience. Most of the laughter you hear on Friends is real, recorded during tapings with around 300 audience members present. That live feedback helped sharpen the actors' comedic timing. However, for major plot twists or emotionally charged moments, like Ross accidentally saying Rachel's name at his wedding, scenes were filmed without an audience to avoid leaks and preserve the impact. Number 13. The theme song became a chart-topping hit. I'll Be There For You by the Rembrandts wasn't just a catchy opening theme, it exploded into a full-fledged radio hit. Due to overwhelming popularity, the song was extended into a complete track and climbed to number 17 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1995. Decades later, it remains instantly recognizable and forever tied to the spirit of the 90s. Number 14. The actors had to drink fake coffee. Despite spending countless hours in Central Perk, the cast rarely drank real coffee during filming. Instead, the mugs were usually filled with tea, water, or soda to help maintain consistent performances across takes, even if it shattered the illusion of non-stop espresso-fueled conversations. Number 15. Monica's apartment existed in multiple versions. To capture different camera angles and maintain visual consistency, the production team built several variations of Monica's apartment over the years. Some sets were mirrored, while others included subtle layout changes to accommodate specific scenes. That behind-the-scenes effort helped the apartment feel authentic and lived in. Number 16. Every episode title follows the same formula. Nearly every episode of Friends begins with "The One," followed by a brief description, like "the one where everybody finds out," or "the one with the embryos." This consistent naming convention made episodes easier to remember and gave the series a distinct identity that many sitcoms later copied. Number 17. Paul Rudd almost skipped his audition and barely knew the show. When Paul Rudd auditioned for the role of Mike Hannigan, Phoebe's future husband, he admitted he wasn't familiar with Friends or its massive cultural impact at the time. His agent sent him in at the last minute with almost no context. Rudd improvised his way through the audition, and his easy chemistry with Lisa Kudrow was undeniable, transforming what was meant to be a short-term role into a permanent addition to the series. Number 18. The cast negotiated their pay as a team. Instead of fighting for individual raises, the 6 leads made a united move starting in Season 3. They demanded equal salaries and refused to continue filming unless everyone was paid the same, with each cast member earning $1 million per episode by the final season, a landmark moment that reshaped how ensemble casts were valued in Hollywood. Number 19. The show is still a massive moneymaker. Even though Friends ended in 2004, it continues to generate over $1 billion each year through syndication, streaming deals, and merchandise. Thanks to ongoing residuals, each of the 6 main cast members reportedly earns around $20 million annually, a testament to the show's lasting global appeal. Number 20. Filming the finale was emotionally overwhelming. The final episode marked the end of more than just a show. It closed a 10-year chapter of the cast's lives. Emotions ran high throughout production, with several actors struggling to hold it together between takes. Jennifer Aniston later revealed she had to redo scenes multiple times because she kept breaking down, making the goodbye just as emotional behind the camera as it was on screen. Drop a comment and tell me which of these facts surprised you the most. See you in the next Couch Bingers.